Gate 45, gathering together. The gate of the gatherer. The natural and generally beneficial attraction of like forces. This is the gate of the master, mistress, or the king, queen. It is the gate of dominance. All of the gates of the throat have voices. Here it says, I have. Gathering together is the expression for the entire tribal group, and it is a throat gate of primary action. All of the potential power of three motors focuses through this expression. As a composite definition, the channel of materialism can be one of the most beneficial. 45 is the gate of the Pasha. It says to the 21, the hunter-huntress, I have this land, and I will allow you to hunt on it as you like, but make sure I get the best piece of meat. When the 45 is generous in its authority and recognizes the willful independence of the 21, all is well. More often, the 21 thinks it deserves the best piece and the 45 wants to tell the hunter how to hunt. The 21 represents the demands of the community of its rulers. The 45 is the key to the harmony of the community. When the ruler can say with honesty, we have, then there is peace in the tribe. By the way, a practical cure for depression in either 21s or 45s is go shopping. Line 1, canvassing. Exalted, the ability to promote and develop gathering together through the education of the uncommitted. The material direction lies in education. Detriment, an overzealousness that turns canvassing into proselytization and tends to alienate rather than gather support. The drive for material that leads to aggressive education. Line 2, consensus. Gathering together is strengthened by acknowledged common interest. Exalted, the inventiveness to establish techniques by which common ground can be assessed, a material direction through the expression of techniques for the benefit of others. Detriment, an innate rebellion against conformity, the refusal to accept the material techniques of others. Line 3, exclusion. Exalted, the ability when excluded to take whatever measures are necessary to dissolve the antiquated form and to accept even humiliation to achieve inclusion. The instinct to find a way to be included in a material process. Detriment, an aggressive and often violent reaction to exclusion. The expression of frustration when not included in a material process. Line 4, direction. Exalted, the ability to focus on the opportunity of gathering together for the service of higher principles. The expression of higher principles on the material plane. Detriment, the tendency to try to influence the direction of a group action for personal benefit, the lack of expression of higher principles on the material plane. Line 5, leadership. All gathering together must have a center and a focus. Exalted, the intuitive intellect and gift for innovation that enhance the group effort and ensure continuity through respect of the center. The gift for expressing leadership on the material plane. Detriment, a sense of right action that assumes a respect that may not as yet have been earned. The drive for leadership that may not have yet earned the right. Line 6, reconsideration. An outsider that can admit that its prior rejection was an error will generally be accepted into the gathering. Exalted, an innate empathy with the outsider mentality and its eccentric and often misunderstood logic, a material direction which serves the outsider. Detriment, where Uranus will innovate to find a place for an outsider, Jupiter will demand that it conforms, a material direction that is focused on conditioning the outsider to conform,